What's up, guys? I've been scanning charts all weekend and I've got 4 stocks that are setting up for big moves next week. Let's get this video to 100 likes and I've got a huge surprise for you guys coming at the end, so stay tuned for that. Let's get straight to it. First, let's talk about the elephant in the room, which is the whole Trump versus President Chai situation and the tariff back and forth that's been pushing the market down. A few weeks ago, Trump was again talking about 100% tariffs on China's imports, which instantly brought tension back into the headlines. China responded saying they weren't backing down, and for a minute it looked like we were about to see another full-blown trade war repeat. But of course, what did Trump post a few hours ago? He posted saying that China and the US will be fine, calling President Chai's recent comments just a bad moment, quote unquote. That's a huge shift in tone and it completely changed how the market's looking for next week. So the first on today's watch list is ticker symbol VVOS. This setup has been inside a falling wedge ever since that big spike in July, and after months of consistent selling, price action is finally starting to tighten up right near this $3 support zone. What stands out to me is how the volume has dried up as the wedge narrowed. That's typically what happens before momentum shifts. It's showing signs of bottoming out, and now we're starting to see little hints of accumulation within this range. If VVOS can break $3.40 to $3.50 with volume, that's where things can start getting fun. That level lines up perfectly with the wedge resistance, and a clean breakout there could open the door for a move towards $4.50 to $5, possibly even higher if momentum kicks in. For now, I'll treat it like a tight risk reward setup, a small starting position near $3, then look to add only after a confirmed breakout and retest at $3.50. It's one of those quiet setups that can move fast once it wakes up, so patience here is key. Next on today's watch list is ticker symbol JD. After a tough week last week with Trump and President Chai going back and forth, it looks like they're back on good terms, which could ease trade pressure and help Chinese equities regain strength. Volume is picking up and this wedge pattern is tightening, exactly what you want to see before a possible breakout move. The key levels I'm personally watching is the support zone, this 29 to 30, which is the bottom of the wedge. You next have your reclaim level, which is 35 to 36, and my personal major target is $47 to $50. If JD can hold above 30 and reclaim 35 to 36, that's where momentum could start shifting towards 40 to 50 in the coming weeks to months. For shares, this is a long-term accumulation play. Start small around 30, add on strength above 35, and scale in fully once it confirms over 40. Trimming near 47 to 50 makes sense for partial profits if this setup plays exactly how I want it. For long-term options, I'll target 6 to 12 month leaps with 0.4 to 0.6 delta calls. Start light near support, add once the breakout confirms, and give it time to develop. If global sentiment continues improving between the US and China, stocks like JD, stocks like Alibaba could be one of the key names to look out for. Next on the watch list is ticker symbol SOL. And yes, I know this isn't a stock, this is a crypto, but it's so hard to ignore right now. After a huge recovery from those 2022 lows, Solana's been holding strong around this 190 to 200 range, showing clear signs of resilience compared to most altcoins. The monthly chart still looks healthy in my opinion, higher lows, solid volume, and consistent demand on every dip. If Solana can hold above 180, it's got room to retest 240 to 250, and a breakout above that could easily set up for a next leg higher. I actually bought a good amount of Solana today. This is the screenshot because I think this could be one of those plays that catches people off guard. If momentum continues and we see that breakout above 240 to 250, I wouldn't be surprised to see Solana push towards 6 to 800 by January. Even though I focus mainly on stocks, I'll be keeping a close eye on Solana. It's one of the few crypto names showing real strength heading into next year. Next on my watch list is of course ticker symbol BULL. On the setup, price flushed into the 10 support, which we bounced multiple times since July. We're still inside a falling wedge, so the first tell is whether we base above $10.25 and start stair stepping back over 11 and then 11.92. If buyers can reclaim that 11.92 pivot and hold as a support, I'll look for a push into 14s, maybe $15, and if momentum sticks, the larger magnet above that is $15.90, let's just say $16, with a stretch to 20 on a full trend continuation. If we lose that $10 support on volume and can't get back above it quickly, I'm hands off and will wait for a little lower to enter. The main levels I'm focusing on are the support $10 to $10.60, your pivot reclaim is $11.92, you then have your resistance distance, which is $15.90. And then my personal bigger target is $20. Like I said before, if we lose $10 with strong volume, I step aside until it reclaims support. If you're trying to buy shares, I would scale in gradually. Start small around $10.60 to $11, then add only if we reclaim $11.92 and hold it as new support. Add the final position if it breaks out of that wedge and forms a higher low around 13 or 14. Then you'll have your first trim level, which is 15 to 15.90, and then trail the rest for the move toward $20. For long-term options, I'll stick to 6 to 12 months calls, once again with 0.4 to 0.6 delta. Same scaling logic, small starter near support, add on confirmation, and then trim or roll up once it tests the $15 to $16. The market just took one of the biggest hits we've seen since April and even back to COVID. And this is where traders either panic or properly prepare. That's exactly why I'm opening up only 50 spots inside the Discord. This is where I drop my entries, exits, live updates, and watch lists before they ever make it on YouTube. Just last week, one of our members flipped a setup from the Discord and made 30,000 plus in a single week. That's the power of having the right plan and community around you. If you're serious about leveling up, hit the link in the bio and use code RICH before all the spots are filled. I'm very excited for next week, so I'll see you guys in the next video.